We're here with Coach Shawn Commodore from the Riverside Hawks, the 2026 crew. We're happy to be here. Thank you, Coach, for having Real Scene Sports Media in the building, and we look forward to this this good discussion with you. How you doing today, Coach?
Doing good, man. Wonderful. You know. Yep.
Excellent, excellent. So, can you tell the viewers a little about yourself, your background, and things that the viewers might want to know?
All right. Well, from East Harlem, Manhattan. The barrio. Grew up single parent home. Mom playing two sports: baseball, basketball. Went to high school at Frederick Douglass Academy, the main one. Went the JUCO route, and from JUCO, got my degree in computer information systems. And also, while I was getting a degree, I started, coaching on the side and just dealing with kids and learning the ropes. That was something I always wanted to do. Playing basketball.
Excellent, excellent. So, can you give the viewers a little history about the Riverside Hawks and the program in general?
Okay, it's a historic program. It's been in New York basketball for a very long time. The church started out in 1961, but a lot of pros have come out through that program, such as Lamar Odom, Elton Brand, you had Eric Barkley. A lot of players, played there. It's historic, it's rich, it's grassroots basketball. So, it's a good fit for basketball in New York.
Great. So what's your coaching style, Coach?
My demeanor is different from a lot of other coaches. I'm not out there screaming on kids, pulling them to the side, talking to them what they did wrong, and guiding them. I like to guide these kids into the right direction and make sure that they succeed the next time they hit the floor.
Excellent. So what do you like most about coaching?
It's fun. I'm very passionate about coaching. By craft, I'm very passionate. I like to work hands-on with kids, develop them, and just show them that it's fun if you really learn and take heed to what somebody's telling you. So I'm very passionate. That's the best part about it.
That's good. That's really good. What kind of players do you look for?
Kids that want to grind. I don't look for much talent. Kids that want to learn and grind and take accountability when you tell them something and get to it. Those are the kids I like, the underdogs.
How do you motivate those guys? How do you draw the passion out of them, and how do you end up motivating them?
Like I said, I'm talking to them, I'm in their ear, and I'm not downsizing them. I'm critiquing them in a positive way and showing them what they can do if they see that they failed at certain things. I tell them how to attack it on another way. So I'm motivating them every time, offense, defense, and just picking their spirits up. I see them getting down on themselves when they miss a shot. I'm telling them, yo, don't worry about that shot, it's the pass. Let's go forward, next step up,
Absolutely. And a lot of coaches seem to lose sight of that. You get more out of the kid or out of the player by kind of motivating them and building them up.
Definitely.
As opposed to tearing them down.
Definitely.
So
definitely.
It's awesome that you have that ability to do that, and I'm sure that's why your program and your team is successful as it is. So what's your overall philosophy on coaching?
My overall philosophy? Just learning every point on the court, like from defensive stance, from offense, just key fundamentals. I'm an old school coach. I like, old school basketball, passing and cutting, setting screens, learning every diversity of the game so these kids can excel on the next level.
Absolutely. So where do you draw your personal motivation from? What motivates you to get up and want to coach?
Just being around basketball, that's like my sanctuary. You know, I hear that all the time when I did a basketball clinic. I did in between the lines, and I was asking kids, you know, what does basketball mean to you guys when you're inside this space? And you know, a lot of kids, it gets them away from home, whatever problems they have in the school or whatever's happening in the world. Basketball is sanctuary. So I just like being on that court. It just opens up a new gateway to me.
That's great. What are some of your biggest accomplishments so far?
I would say, you know, seeing kids walk across the college stage and graduate, and you know, playing overseas, or trying to get summer league, you know, invites, and them coming back and telling me they appreciate, you know, me working with them as kids. You know, I deal with them kids and I push them on to high school programs, and you know, they always come back to me and talk to me. So a lot of them help out with camps that I do, or you know, I need to talk to a group of kids. They come back and speak to them. So.
Is that a strong sense of what your focus is in your program and on the teams that you coach, that you're trying to project these kids to the next level?
Yeah, that's my message always. You know, a lot of kids want those D1 programs, but if you got to go JUCO route, you know, some JUCOs are tough. So if you got to go JUCO, go JUCO, and if you get into that D1 or D2, then make sure you excel when you get there, because everybody's not gonna make the NBA. You know, and overseas is just as good. So my message is make sure that you put your hard work into your craft.
What advice would you give the new coaches?
You know, speak to the kids and try to relate to them, you know, because you never know what they're going in their household. You know what kind of kids you're dealing with. Somebody already getting yelled at home, so maybe they need a different approach. So, you know, just try to find a way to get around those kids.
Sure, you definitely have to know your audience. That's
right.
For sure. That's for sure. What do you think about today's style of game? It's kind of different than when we came up.
Yeah.
What's your thought on today's game?
Yeah, I like it. You know, it's a fast pace. I like the remixes these kids is doing, the new moves, you know, the add-ons. And I just hope, you know, it's always going to evolve. Basketball's always evolving. You know, the only thing they're taking away from like the big men, you know, they're always stepping out now to the three-point line. I like to see some more post moves and banging down there. So I always put that back into our style. If you got a big and a mismatch, I utilize that.
That's excellent. So I have a bit of a controversial question, and I'm going to broach the topic with you because you're a basketball head, you're a coach, you've been around a long time. What do you think about this whole reclass dynamic? What's your thought on that?
Me, I don't care for it too much. I always played up as a kid. You know, I always wanted to play against the older guys, even in the park when they was playing. I wanted to get on that court, and they tell me I'm too small, but I got on there and started playing unlimited at age 16 and going against those guys. So I tell kids, like, you reclassing is showing that you really don't want to work. To be a #1 kid and you're older than the group that you're playing doesn't really mean nothing. I really don't take heed to that too much. But I push these kids to try to play up, play against tougher competition, and just build your body the best you can. That's how you're going to compete.
Sure.
You know?
What do you want your legacy to be?
My legacy in basketball or overall period is to know that I held kids accountable, whoever, grown men, children, my staff, my kids, period. I hold them accountable and make them responsible. And I want to make sure that when they grow up, that they can also leave a legacy and foundation.
Beautiful. So what's a fun fact about you? What is something that, you know, we have spectators or parents in the stands and you're coaching, and they know that, you know, you're running the program and then you coach and have a strong sense of community, but what's a fun fact about you that they may not know?
You know, most kids and adults as well, you know, they see the seriousness. Like, I'm never smiling so much. Everyone's always saying, why you don't smile? But like, when I'm into something and I'm in the zone, like, my facial expression doesn't change until after the game, and then you'll see that, you know, I joke around, I'll play with them. So I have a fun side to me. And just when I'm at business, it's strictly business, and I gotta let them know that it's game face. And that's the same way they should attack when they're on the court.
Absolutely.
I like to have fun and joke with them.
Beautiful. So what can we expect from your program, from your particular team in the future, the 2026 club? Tell us what's so special about that club, and tell us what we can expect from them in the future.
Me working with them in just a short time, I've seen so much involved, them involving. Just from me picking the kids that I wanted to core and playing in the Spooky Nook tournament, I seen that I have a great group of 7 kids, and I'm trying to add more to them. But if I could just play with that 7, I don't mind rocking with them, because each position, even though basketball's positionless with us, they can all shoot, they can all put the ball on the floor, and their mindset is not being selfish, they're selfless. So they're passing the ball and they're moving and they're buying into my system, and that's what I like about them.
Beautiful. So, what else would you want to put out to the world about your squad and about your program that you feel is important, that you want the viewers to know?
Oh, definitely. You know, a lot of people haven't seen us in action, and now that we're starting to break the gate, you know, they can look out for all our kids. You know, Judah, Juice, Hassan, he's a 2-way player, can shoot the ball. David, you know, is great addition as well as a guard. He's in your face, 94 feet. Benji, attack wing on the left. We have Bully and talent, you know, and we have Nate, who also stretches the defense. These kids all give attributions, and they're great. You know, they're great kids. They have great grades, and I love them.
What's your next event, Coach?
We're going out to the Thrill Showcase next weekend, which is out in West Virginia, and we're ready to bring some noise. We want to smoke. You know, these kids, it's hype. They can't wait to compete.
Beautiful. Well, Coach, we wish you the best of luck.
Definitely.
Riverside Hawks 2026. We'll definitely be keeping an eye out on them. We appreciate you, Coach. Thank you for joining Real Scene Sports Media today. One love.
Thank you. I appreciate you guys. You know, my house is your house, and all love out there, man. Look out for that new edition, Riverside Hawks 2026, on Real Scene Sports Media. Catch us.